I used to think that this was like the lamest thing on earth, and maybe it is, but we're all here for the same reason. Because we want to be good at something.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 oldest actors to play teenagers on teen dramas.
It's not embarrassing for me. I always come out of it looking cool.
Screw hindsight. We've got something better.
Classics never go out of style.
For this list, we're looking at teen drama actors who weren't quite as young as audiences were led to believe. Who are some other adult actors who pass for teenagers? Let us know in the comments.
Hey, you know what? Ask Papi and you shall receive.
Thank you.
Number 10, Ashley Murray in Riverdale, born January 18th, 1988.
Excuse me, this is a closed rehearsal?
Although Cole Sprouse was 24 when he was cast as Jughead Jones, Ashley Murray actually had 4 years on him. Giving Josie McCoy a fresh voice, Murray booked the role at age 28, making her the oldest of the main crew.
Anyway, what's your sob story?
To provide context, PJ Appa and Lily Reinhart were both 19 when they were cast as Archie and Betty respectively. Nevertheless, Murray fit right in with the other Riverdale High students, not to mention her fellow pussycats. While she may have been a fully grown cat, we had no problems believing Murray as a kitten.
Mom, I don't need a bodyguard. I'm not Whitney. Not yet, anyway.
Number 9, Charisma Carpenter in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, born July 23, 1970. Although she auditioned for the titular role of Buffy, Charisma Carpenter's sophisticated beauty and comedic timing made her the ideal choice to play Cordelia Chase on this revolutionary series.
If you want to fit in here, the first rule is know your losers. Once you can identify them all by sight, they're a lot easier to avoid.
Carpenter was 26 when the world was introduced to the conceited Queen C of Sunnydale High. While Carpenter maintained her youthful appearance throughout, Cordy would significantly grow as a character during her 3 seasons on Buffy.
We have to find Buffy. She'll figure out a way to save us. She was supposed to be here, and as much as it kills me to admit it, things were better when she was around.
By the time Cordy graduated, she had matured from a self-centered valley girl to a resilient teen player. Carpenter was almost 30 when the spin-off Angel premiered, but she still looked fresh out of high school. It's fitting that Carpenter got her big break on a show full of vampires, as this actress seemingly never ages. Number 8, Paul Wesley in The Vampire Diaries, born July 23, 1982. Speaking of vampires, Paul Wesley is best known for playing Stefan Salvatore on this supernatural series.
How do you look in a suit?
I can pull one off.
Granted, it's debatable if Stefan really counts as a teenager, seeing as how he turned 162 years old in the first season. Then again, Stefan became a vampire at the ripe age of 17, keeping him eternally youthful. In any case, Wesley was definitely playing outside of his actual age range. Obviously, Wesley isn't over a century and a half old.
Yes, being a 150-year-old teenager has been the height of my happiness.
When The Vampire Diaries hit the airwaves, however, Wesley was 27, well beyond his teenage years. By the time the series wrapped after 8 seasons, Wesley was almost 35.
We're all responsible for our own actions. Every drop of blood that I've spilled, I am accountable for.
Wesley may have looked a little more mature than the average 17-year-old, but then again, Stefan was anything but average.
Then the sun came up, and reality set in.
Number 7, Keiko Agena in Gilmore Girls, born October 3rd, 1973.
Rory, if my parents still get upset over the obscene portion size of American food, I seriously doubt I'm gonna make any inroads with M&M.
Modern viewers might recognize Keiko Agena as Mrs. Bradley from 13 Reasons Why. Before she was a teacher at Liberty High, though, Agena played Rory Gilmore's best friend Lane Kim. Rory and Lane are both roughly around the same age, which we have no trouble buying. What we do have trouble wrapping our brains around is that Agena is actually 8 years older than her co-star Alexis Bledel. Believe it or not, Agena had just turned 27 when the Gilmore Girls pilot aired. Yet Agena couldn't have been more authentic as a rock and roll lover desperate to get out from under her strict mother's authority.
Trust God, is that a band?
No, my life.
Even when Agena returned for A Year in the Life nearly a decade later, Lane remained young at heart.
Hurry! Hey, I didn't know you were coming in today. Oh, this is a super quick in and out.
Number 6, Corey Monteith in Glee, born May 11th, 1982. In this musical dramedy, Corey Monteith won our hearts as a quarterback who loves to sing.
Nothing you confess could make me love you less.
While Finn Hudson was only in his sophomore year in the first season, Monteith had just turned 27. Given his athletic background, though, it makes sense that Finn would have a stronger build than some of his fellow Glee Club members. Monteith couldn't have been more perfectly cast in the role, playing Finn as a naive yet passionate leader who strives to do what's right.
I used to think that this was like the lamest thing on earth, and maybe it is, but we're all here for the same reason. Because we want to be good at something.
Finn was a beacon of inspiration, but the flame went out on Monteith's life all too soon. Monteith had been struggling with substance abuse since age 13, and 2 months after he turned 31, the sky was missing a bright star.
He's dead. And all we've got left is his voice in our head. I'm sorry, but it's time you gotta be your own quarterback.
Number 5. Darren Barnett in Never Have I Ever, born April 27, 1991.
All right, well, my mom will be home soon, so better get to it.
One of the freshest faces on this list, Darren Barnett made his TV debut as a young Jack on This Is Us. Following a couple of other guest spots on shows like Criminal Minds and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he played Hot Seth in the short-lived Facebook watch series Turnt. Barnett's most prominent role to date, however, would have to be Paxton Hall Yoshida, Davy's crush on Never Have I Ever. A 16-year-old junior, Paxton is 1 year and 1 grade ahead of Davy. In reality, Barnett is almost a decade older than star Maitreyi Ramkrishnan.
It's not embarrassing for me. I always come out of it looking cool.
Barnett turned 29 the exact same day that the show landed on Netflix. Nevertheless, everything about Barnett, from his face to his voice, screams teen heartthrob.
Also, you look cool in that outfit.
Did he just say she looked good? Holy sh**. Maybe she wasn't as friend zone as she thought.
Number 4. Gabrielle Carteris in Beverly Hills 90210, born January 2nd, 1961. This teen drama franchise has a tradition of casting actors who are older than their characters.
You know, Andrea, you have very, what shall I say, mature taste.
Why? Because I like porcelain and silver? Classics never go out of style.
We considered giving this spot to Trevor Donovan, who was almost 31 when he first appeared as new kid Teddy Montgomery in the 90210 spin-off. Yet we were compelled to go back to the series that started it all and single out Gabrielle Carteris. The intelligent and political editor of the school newspaper, Andrea Zuckerman could come off as more mature than her classmates.
I can't prove it empirically, but I don't know, there seems to be a heightened awareness experienced by people in love that transcends the physical plane.
That might be partially because Carteris was 29 when the first season aired. Carteris actually lied about her age to get the job and feared she might get fired after a magazine published the truth. Fortunately, Carteris kept the gig, playing Andrea for 145 episodes. Number 3. Jessica Marie Garcia in On My Block, born March 23, 1987.
Because every time I say her name a few times, she just appears. It's like Jasmine, Jasmine, Jasmine.
Jessica Marie Garcia has made guest appearances on shows like How to Get Away with Murder, The Middle, and Diary of a Future President. Garcia booked another recurring gig as Jasmine Flores in the first season of On My Block.
We need like our own routine, like a sick one that only we know, and we bust out at lunch or before school or the parties we're gonna go to.
After this teen dramedy got picked up for a second season, she was upgraded to a series regular. Less than a week before season 2 hit Netflix, Garcia celebrated her 32nd birthday. One of the reasons Garcia is so convincing as a teenager is because we all knew somebody like Jasmine in high school who wasn't always easy to be around due to their extra personality. Once you get to know Jasmine, however, you'll find that there's more to her than meets the eye.
Baby, it's okay. It's okay, you're not ready.
Number 2. Amanda Foreman in Felicity, born July 15, 1966. Unlike some other teen dramas on this list, Felicity commences just as the main character is graduating from high school.
You invited someone to sleep in our room without even asking me?
I'm really sorry about that.
And now you want me to babysit?
So we can understand why the casting would skew a little older. Even with that in mind, a few actors were several years ahead of their characters. Tangi Miller, for example, was 28 when she started playing the 18-year-old Elena Tyler. Miller wasn't even the oldest teenager in the show's run. That distinction goes to Amanda Foreman, who played Felicity's college roommate, Megan Rotundi.
Screw hindsight. We've got something better. We've got Korsakov.
While she wouldn't become a main cast member until season 2, Foreman was 32 when she appeared in the pilot. Considering her character's background as a Wiccan, we wouldn't be surprised if Foreman had a de-aging spell up her sleeve.
Did you look in my box? No, why? Forget it.
See ya. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Chase Stokes in Outer Banks, born September 16, 1992.
Department of Child Services, can I help you?
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna have to reschedule.
Minka Kelly in Friday Night Lights, born June 24, 1980.
I just thought, let them talk, you know? Let them say what they're gonna say, and I'll just tough it out.
Christian Navarro in 13 Reasons Why, born August 21, 1991.
Is that my Walkman?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
No sweat. Just be careful listening while you ride, though. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Ben McKenzie in The OC, born September 12, 1978.
Let me tell you something, okay? Where I'm from, having a dream doesn't make you smart. Knowing it won't come true, that does.
Meredith Monroe in Dawson's Creek, born December 30th, 1969.
Hey, C.
Hi.
Hey.
You're looking happy. Is this just your usual library glow?
Yeah, well, you know, free books make me giddy.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Bianca Lawson in Pretty Little Liars, born March 20th, 1979.
You want that? Maya St. Germain, aka New Girl.
At the age of 14, Bianca Lawson made her television debut on Saved by the Bell: The New Class. Over the following 17 years, Lawson would continue to play teenagers in shows like Sister Sister, Buffy, and Dawson's Creek, just to name a few. Lawson most notably played Maya St. Germain throughout the first 3 seasons of Pretty Little Liars.
The way I feel about you is crystal clear. I love you, Emily.
Lawson was 31 when the mystery drama premiered, but she honestly didn't look much older than her Saved by the Bell character.
I was scared that telling you would get in the way of this.
Although it's something of an inside joke that Lawson has been a teenager for almost 2 decades, she officially graduated in Teen Wolf, where she played high school teacher Marin Morell.
I have a master's in behavioral psychology and have done over 300 hours of fieldwork.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.